This is interview 1 of Rikki Johnson when she got Daniel arrested. If you notice, it starts in the middle of a sentence because for some reason, I guess we're not supposed to hear the rest of it, or the beginning of it.
We're different cases now. So our job is to kind of like, get to the bottom of it.
I understand.
Okay. Where were you guys at today?
My homeboy's house. My best friends.
And you have triplets, right?
Yes,
I remember that about you. How are the triplets?
They're very good. That's why I was down there in that area. I was serving my kid's dad with custody papers.
Who's your kid's dad?
Michael Palmer. The one that got arrested with Joseph.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I hate Joseph.
You hate Joe now? You hate Joe now?
Yes, for the record.
Why? What happened with Joe?
Oh, well, he got jealous because I was with him.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't know.
So, but Michael Palmer's your baby's dad.
And he goes to court on the 12th for everything that happened with him.
But as far as the custody stuff, you're serving him to get full custody?
Yep.
How's that going?
He pulled out a knife on me and the kids on Sunday and told me he was going to kill me if I didn't kill my kids.
Last Sunday?
Yeah, so I walked up to the knife, and I was like, do something, dude. This is between me and you, leave the kids out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all bad. I called my mom, and my stepdad rushed over there to get the kids, and then he stalked my stepdad and threw the knife out of his arms. And he was using my daughter as a shield. So my stepdad's a really big guy, He's like twice your size. And I grabbed my daughter, and he was holding on to her, and I just yanked her, and I put her in the car. And I just sat in the car and waited for my stepdad to get out, That's why we were down there today. How'd you guys find us? Well, not us, but him.
We're a whole other entity.
Okay, you guys are good. I was like, we were in hiding, incognito. And then you guys I was scary. I was outside on the phone, and then they're just like, get on the ground. I was like, you guys are kidding me. I thought I was like, people messing with me.
Where are the kids now?
With my mom.
Where's your mom at?
In Beaumont. She doesn't have to know about this issue. Okay.
What's her address in Beaumont?
1001 Palm Avenue. But I haven't been over there in forever.
1001 Palm Avenue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't tell her.
I'm not going to tell her. But she's the one that has the kids?
Yeah.
And you have custody or you split it with Michael right now?
There's no court document of anything. I've had my mom have the kids because I was my car.
She's a what?
My car.
Uh-huh. So your mom's had the kids right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
pretty
safe
much with my mom, yes. They're safe. They're fine.
They're good there. Do you see them a lot?
Yeah, I see them every day.
Oh, good.
I'm with them every day.
And you grew up out there?
I grew up in Carver. That's how I know all these ding dongs. Buttheads.
In Mentone?
No, Ukipa.
Ukipa? But you know them out of Mentone and stuff like that. Okay. Well, obviously, we got to talk to you about all this, Rikki. And you and I talked, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago now? About 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, Joe was busted.
Yeah.
He just got out.
So, I think we talked about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, we kind of know each other now. We had a conversation then. Now we have to have another conversation. Before we have that conversation, though, I got to read you your rights.
Am I being arrested?
No, you're not being arrested.
Oh, God.
But because of the way, listen, let me explain to you. Because you were brought here by the deputies.
Okay.
You're not free to leave right now until we talk to you and we find out what's going on. I have to read your rights. It's just part of the law. You had your rights read to you before?
No, I've never been arrested.
That's good. They're very simple. Let me just read them and go through them so you understand.
I know what they are.
I still have to go through them.
That's fine.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney before and during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you by the court free of charge before questioning. Do you understand these rights I've just explained to you?
Yes.
Okay, with these rights of mine, are you willing to talk to them?
Do I have to have a lawyer?
You don't.
I don't think I get a lawyer at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'll talk.
Okay. What we're here discussing is kind of what's been going on with good old Danny there. How do you know Danny, first of all?
Okay. Remember Jaron?
Who?
Jaron.
Yes.
Not my husband, but my husband.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, him.
He was locked up, right?
But he still is. He gets out on the 16th.
Okay.
Gotta deal with that. Okay, well, I met him, like I told him, I met him on July 12th.
Who, Jaron?
No, Daniel.
Daniel.
We went to the beach, and that's the first time I met Daniel. And really the only time I met Daniel. And then I met him with Joey. This is after I met him. I met him with Joey. And then me and him started talking, and like, you know, we started like catching feelings for each other behind Joey's back, and it was kind of wrong of me, but hey, it happens. When he was in rehab, we were actually in Blythe, and we saw him, like, we were driving by, and we saw him, you know, so I stopped by.
You saw Danny?
Yeah, when he was in rehab, in Blythe.
Who's we?
Me, Joey, and one of my other friends.
So they're all friends?
Mm-hmm, yeah, Joey, Jaron, all of them.
Okay.
You know, you guys already know they are. They're all affiliated. So, yeah. We saw him in Blythe, and then I started talking to him after he got out of rehab, and he got out November 5th out of rehab. He was staying with his mom, and I went and visited him a couple times at his mom's house. He seemed really good, really healthy. I was really proud of him, you know. And then me and him got together Thanksgiving night, the day after Joey got busted. Yeah, I'm not crazy, but me and him got together, and then he hasn't left my side since Thanksgiving.
Who has?
Daniel. He's been with me. And I promise on everything I love, like he really has. He's been at my house. That's why I was surprised you guys haven't came to my house. But yeah, he's been at my house. All his stuff's there.
Huh?
All of his stuff is there.
What, he's been by your side since Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Where's by your side?
Like right here, like everywhere I go, he goes, obviously.
Where
like,
have you guys been?
mostly at my house. We haven't gone any type of, I got mad at him. Because, like, of course everybody hears rumors, you know. And the things that we hear that goes on with him, like, we'll seriously be sleeping. We'll go to sleep. We'll wake up and we'll get text messages and phone calls saying, oh my God, I can't believe I just heard this about you. You were out here last night. I'm like, did you leave last night? It's like, no. And I'm like, well, you're being accused of murdering somebody, dude. Yeah.
Who's accused him of that?
I don't know, everybody in the guy, but all the tweakers.
Murdering who?
I don't know. But he just got down here. He got down here the day. Okay, you guys know Paula. She got arrested at Calmay City. No. Okay, well.
No Paula's last name.
Espinosa.
Did she go by anything else?
Infamous. She got arrested Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving in January. There was some pretty sure you guys can pull it up. Bustos was there and all of them were there. Yeah, and that's when he came down the day before Thanksgiving. And he spent Thanksgiving with his family, and then me and him, he was with me ever since then. Like when I left, when I was talking to you, he was at my house. But I didn't know any all this stuff was going on after the fact. I don't know. It's just crazy.
So you didn't know all what stuff?
Like all the rumors that were going on, I didn't know any of it, you know?
How are you hearing these rumors?
People talk, and he talks to everybody.
And what are the rumors that you're hearing?
He murdered somebody, he stabbed somebody, he did this, and he did that.
Okay. Well, like what though?
Just basically that he murdered people. And I'm like, dude, he's been right here with me, you know? And then before, like, I know he's been at his mom's house. His mom doesn't have a car. You know, he has a stepdad. So I know, like, no one's going all the way out to Cathedral City to pick him up, you know? So, like, basically, once he got brought back out here on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, he came back home with me Thanksgiving night, and he's been in my house since. So I don't have a car either. And like, he talks to people in Ukaipa, like, I'm pretty sure you guys have his phone, so you guys can flip through it. He talks to people in Ukaipa, and I'm like, dude, if people are saying things about you, like, it's just better to stay away from them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's an idiot. So I was just like, whatever, you're gonna get yourself caught then. If you did something, and then I found out, like, a week ago, he was running from parole. I was like, thanks. I was pretty mad. We've been fighting. So.
And you've been running with him?
Not running with him.
That's what you like, said? That's what you just got to say? That you were hiding?
No, like, we weren't really
out.
hiding today. Like, we just went out there to search my baby's dad.
No, but you said that you had been hiding out.
Yeah, at my house. I'm not really hiding if I'm home.
Okay.
I think I'm home, I'm fine, I'm
But
safe.
you knew he was absconding.
A week ago, yes, I found out. Yeah, somebody yeah, Joey tried contacting me and told me that I was with, that he was absconding. And then I looked at him, I was like, you're absconding? He's like, kind of. I was like, what do you mean, kind of? He's like, well, I talked to my boss yesterday, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Rikki, why do you think we're talking today?
Something has to do with he did something.
Like what?
I don't know. Obviously what I'm hearing. Because you're for that one case,
Tell
right?
me.
You're for one case and you're for my best friend's case, correct? Yeah. And it's only obvious on my phone that's my best friend because his picture's on my phone, my background.
Okay, so why do you think we're talking today?
Because I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah, but about what though?
I really don't know. I don't know. I've never heard anything that he did anything. After Joey got busted pretty much, that's when Daniel's name started getting out everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Joey ratted you, I don't know. I don't really care. That's Joey's business. But I don't like Joey.
And Rikki, you remember our conversation at your house, right?
Yes.
You're kind of the person who told me about Daniel to start with,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I guess what I heard, you know what I mean? Like that's, I heard, but I didn't believe it because he wasn't anywhere any kind of.
Rikki, come on.
That's just what I heard. I don't really know for sure if he was.
Rikki, it seems right now. It seems like you're kind of like the center for information. Like everybody comes to you to kind of tell you stuff, and you got kind of like an answer for everybody's kind of whereabouts, which is the
That
exact.
does not look good.
No, which is the exact same thing you told me. In fact, you almost told me word for word about Joe that he has not left your side since then.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you're telling me about Daniel right now.
That's true though.
Right?
Like I get him
Okay, here's the
clean and
thing.
sober.
Here's the thing. Is you kind of seem to be like the center, the hub for information. Is what you're telling us, that you know all these things run to you, and depending on who you're mad at right now, is who you're going to tell us about.
No, I'm really
You know,
not. I'm really
because
not
you told.
mad at Joey.
I know, I understand, but when you talk to my partner, you're the one that told him about Daniel.
Well, you didn't tell me you heard. You told me your best friend told you.
No, I didn't say that. I told you. What I told you was I said, remember I said I read about how I found out about my best friend was the newspaper. And I got a phone call.
You told me that you talked to him on the phone. You told me it was on the jail call and telling you who he was with, what happened.
That's not, no, I know I didn't say that because of my best friend. I know, I read what is in the newspaper. I don't really know anything else other than that. I mean, I told you, like, I'm hearing things. Yeah, I know, I don't know. What do you guys want me to, like, say? What do you guys want me to do so I can go home?
We kind of just want the honesty about what's going on. What has Daniel told you about all this?
I don't really know. He talks gibberish to me.
It's not gibberish. You guys communicate.
Probably, he talks gibberish.
Okay, Rikki, here's what you understand. You're kind of getting caught up in the middle of all this now, and you're kind of getting caught up with Joe and his nonsense, and now you're getting caught up with Daniel and his nonsense. Okay, it seems like to me the only thing you're worrying about is who you're with at that time.
Honestly, I don't care. This is his problem, his deal.
I understand that, but look where you're at right now at 3:30 in the morning.
And I have court in the morning.
Right, where are your triplets at?
With my mom.
Okay.
They go to my mom at school every day.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah, I could.
But shouldn't you be with them?
Yes.
Okay, so look where we're at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, because of somebody else's problem that you seem to be smack dab in the middle of, just like you were smack dab in the middle of Joe's problems too.
But he used me as an alibi. I didn't know. Like,
Well,
I didn't even know. Like, you came out of nowhere. Really, you did. And Joey's just like, when he called me, he was like, tell him the truth. And I did. I told you the straight, honest truth.
yeah.
I didn't lie to you at all. I don't know. Because I know what happens to people when they talk, you know?
What happens to him?
Well, bad things happen when you snitch.
Well, you're
Yeah,
implicated in all this now.
I know that, but everything comes out eventually, and you guys already know most of the truth. I'm not stupid.
No, well, the problem is we have people telling us, different things. So we don't know exactly which part is truth. And that's what we have. We have all these pieces kind of like in the air that we're juggling around, and we try to figure out how to put them together. Right, exactly.
I just want my best friend home.
Okay, where's your best friend at now?
Okay.
He's in jail?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he in jail for?
Kidnapping, robbery, and forcing and weapons rape.
And who's that?
Timothy Carver.
Okay.
It's the only one I care about. I don't really care about anything.
Okay. But instead of being home with your triplets,
I'm right here talking.
you're at a police station at 3:30 in the morning because of...
Dumb fuck.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, you need to tell us what's up. You made comments to the detectives when they found you guys at the house.
What did I say? I don't remember. I was really mad. I was scared.
Okay.
I got pushed down on the ground.
I understand that.
Pissed.
After the fact, you talked to Detective Martinez. He's the guy that stopped you guys off of Highway 38. Remember that? Okay.
Enjoy.
Remember what you told him?
Yeah, I said there's rumors going around. Because he goes, well, how do you know Daniel? And I was like, and I told him exactly what I told you guys, how I met him. And he goes, oh yeah. He goes, well, and I because it was kind of fishy because they yelled at Daniel and they're like, ha, punk, you're going back to San Bernardino. And then I was like, wait a minute, aren't you guys from Riverside? And he goes, well, he has a parole violation. I was like, okay, that's kind of suspicious because why is he going to San Bernardino if he has a parole violation out of Riverside? His parole is out of Riverside, So I was like, that's just kind of hinky to me. And then I was like, I don't understand. And then he was like, I don't know. Well, what do you think? And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because everything I keep carrying. And he's like, yeah, probably.
Well, like what? Because you made very specific comments to that detective.
Well, like, all I said is that I heard that you murdered people. That's it. That's all. Didn't say anything else.
You didn't say anything about stabbing?
Right now, I did. I didn't say that to him. No, I didn't.
What'd you say?
Right now. I said that I've heard that he stabbed people. Not people, but...
No, you made a comment to him.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't.
Here's the thing, okay? He's in the parking lot right now. Okay. All right? And he's telling me, hey, she mentioned this about,
I said murdered. I said I heard he murdered somebody.
And you didn't say nothing about stabbing anybody in the neck or nothing like that?
No.
He's in the parking lot right now.
He heard me telling that when he came and raided the house.
You're the only one he talked to.
Okay, yeah, but how... Okay, no. How long were they outside for? Because
see, here's the problem. You see, understand what I'm saying? Is the detectives that got you guys over at that house are telling us one thing. Who do you think people are going to believe?
The cops.
Okay. And you're kind of going back and forth. And the same story you told me about Joe, about, he never left.
Is there going to be paperwork if I talk? Like, is my name going to be put on anything?
That we're talking now? Obviously, we have to put your name that we picked you guys up from that house.
Yes, I understand that. But, like, let's say we go to, like, they go to court. He goes to court. Is there going to be, like, I don't know. You guys won't tell me that anything.
Well, it depends on what you know and what you say. But right now, you're kind of implicated in everything.
I know, I'm stupid because I didn't do anything. You can go in there and tell him and ask him and he'll tell you. I have nothing to do with anything. Because I don't. I stay home. I stay home in my bed.
All right, and here's the decision. Everybody, here's the decision that you have to come to right now. All right?
Honestly, after I leave here, I'm not talking to anybody.
Listen, this is the decision that you have to come to right now. Because right now you're at a crossroads. You can either go left, you can either go right. If you go right, it's going to lead you to whatever nonsense that these people are involved in. Okay? If you go left, that's the path to getting back home to your triplets. Which is probably the only thing that should matter to you.
That's all I want to do is go home.
Okay? So right now we're at a crossroads.
I don't want there to be
what's more important to you?
My kids. I don't want there to be paperwork. I don't want them to say that I gave a confession. I know this and I know that because I don't know a lot. I just know what I've been told. Pretty much know that you said it.
Who said it?
You did. That might be recorded.
Oh, who said what about what? What are you talking about?
Daniel's name. I don't know if maybe I'd be recorded. I just know this for now.
That if you're being recorded? Yeah.
Then, like, the judge can hear that, and, like,
no.
When we go to court, then the judge can hear that. Then they can hear that.
You don't have a judge up right now hearing anything.
No, I'm not saying judge, but, like, I'm saying, like, I could be using it.
If it's what we need to understand is what's going on, and this is what I'm telling you. You're focusing on a judge hearing this.
Not getting in trouble by anybody or being harmed by anybody.
Well, what are you afraid of?
That if I say anything, then there's gonna be paperwork, and once there's paperwork, then you're pretty much fucked.
But you've already told us about Daniel in the past.
Okay, but I didn't really say anything. I just said, look at Daniel Waterman, because that's what my best friend said.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Now, once again, here's your crossroads. What are you
I
thinking?
just want my best friend home. So.
Okay. And what are you thinking more about? What is more important to you?
My kid.
Okay. So you want your kids growing up thinking that mommy got involved with this guy who potentially murdered people, who well,
Rikki, one of the things you got to remember is, you're at the point, like my partner said, this isn't make believe. Like, just pretending doesn't make this stuff go away. We're not going to stop pulling on strings. It's our job to get to the bottom of this, and we're not going to stop. And so, I understand that these are hard decisions, but you have some really tough decisions that you need to make right now, and you're smack dab in the middle of this. So you need to start thinking about yourself. I kind of get the feeling that you're thinking that this is just going to go away.
I know it's not. But I wish there was a way like I could go in there and talk to him and like you guys recorded or something. Get him to say everything.
What are you going to get him to say?
Everything you guys want to know.
Right.
I don't know anything about the case you would know about, but Jack.
But what?
My best friend, I just want my best friend home and he deserves to be home. He didn't do anything.
Okay, can I ask you, why are you with a guy who potentially was involved in harming your best friend?
My best friend did it to himself.
Okay.
No.
So was it his idea?
Who's best friend?
You told me that Tim thought this whole thing up. I think Tim got drug into this. We're not interested. We're interested in people being held accountable for what they did, not for stuff they didn't do. That's why we got to get to the bottom of it. We want to be able to lay out the truth. And yeah, people got to be responsible for what they do, but they don't have to be responsible for necessarily everything.
Who's the only one still in jail?
He doesn't deserve it. He really doesn't. It's not fair.
You're right. It's not fair that you're here at 3:30 in the morning. It's not fair that we're here at 3:30 in the morning.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I just want my best friend home because he deserves to be home. And the person who did it, I'm not going to say deserves to be locked up.
But everybody else involved in this is running around free. Got to spend New Year's doing whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody else involved in this is,
Was my phone tapped? My phone was tapped.
No, nobody tapped your phone. Nobody tapped your phone, but you're kind of going all over the place. You have a pretty good knack of kind of diverting things and deflecting.
No, I'm just saying, because that's the one thing that broke my heart is my best friend wasn't out on New Year's and everybody else fucking was. It's like, what is over my phone?
Oh, no, I'm just
asking. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, these are normal human emotions. I mean, if my best friend was locked up and I know that he was involved with all these other people and he's the only one still locked up and he had the least amount to do with anything.
To drive a car.
Right, if he's the one,
anything else.
Right, and he's the one that had the least amount of people, you don't think I would be upset that everybody else is out for New Year's and my best friend is locked up for having the least involvement in anything?
I'm upset every day about it. I cry every day.
All right. So that's what we're asking. That's what we're talking about.
Daniel's supposed to give you guys a confession. That was the joke.
Oh, by who?
Between me and Daniel. That once he got busted, he was going to give you guys a confession. And tell you guys everything. So my best friend can be at home because he really deserves to see you.
Okay. So
That's why I'm not gonna say it. I really do have feelings for Daniel. But I know now it's a wrap. So I'm letting go. But he's supposed to give you guys the confession and tell you guys.
what's he gonna tell us?
The truth. I wasn't there.
But here's okay. Here's what you can understand. He's obviously told you, and you obviously know, and we know that. Hang on, and we know that. Okay, trust me, we know that. All right. So we need to know what he's going to tell us, because he could go in there and feed us a line of bullshit and implicate himself this very much when you know the truth, because he's told you the truth.
He really hasn't, because that's just so he doesn't incriminate me in it.
But you know what's up.
Kind of.
Rikki, listen.
I heard he did it. Okay. I wish you guys wanted to phone me. Okay, I heard, yeah, he did it. And I asked him about it, and he just looked at me. And I told him, like, I break down every time I talk about my best friend, because I know, like, it's not right. Tim's in there. And when I visit him, and I talk to him on the phone, it breaks my heart. And I can't do it. Like, I don't know, I've been friends with him for like 9 years, I can't, it just hurts me every day. And like I told him, he's an 18 years old, never been in trouble with the law at all. And then, yeah, started using drugs and got in with their own crowd. And, like, that's where I blame Joey. Like, Joey got him into poking himself, like, shooting up dope.
Mm-hmm.
And it breaks my heart every day to, like, like, that's why I won't talk to Joey anymore. Because, like, I don't know, after Joey got busted, like, I really realized, like, how wrong it is for everybody. And I don't know. And then I started hearing this and that, and I asked him to shut up, and he told me once he got busted, he was going to give you guys a full confession so my best friend can come home. And I told him, so it doesn't just work like that. Tim's not just going to come home. He's still going to be in trouble for what he did, which he did crash into another car. And he's still going to get in trouble for that. Yes, I understand that. But he's been in there for 3 months, and he can't take it anymore. And it's not right for him to be out here when he righteously is the one who did it.
Well, Rikki, the best thing you can do for yourself, first of all, and Tim, is help us make sure that we can dot every I and cross every T, so that, like I said, people got to be held responsible for what they did, but we can't just, you just sit there and tell us this tiny little bit and that little tiny little bit and hold stuff back. Some of that information that you have could be the stuff that helps us tell what really happened and make sure that people are held accountable for what they really did. I know that, if Daniel told you that's what he's going to do, that's what he's going to do, but you don't know what he's going to do when
I know I can't say that he's going to. But I wasn't there. I don't really know, you know what I mean? Like, I only know what I've heard, like, what he's told other people, what other people have told me that he's told them,
Well, that's what we're not asking you to make something up. We're asking you to tell us
what I've heard, what I've heard out of his mouth.
What did you hear, and when did you hear it, and help us fill in the blanks so we make sure that we know exactly what happened. That's what we're asking for.
and then I can go home. And I go home after that.
Well, we're gonna see what he tells us.
I have to wait till he talks.
Yeah.
Can you stop tampers? That's not like you want me to see it.
Well, no, we can't.
Tom, I'm going to jail for his dumbass. Swear to God, everything I was about to kill him. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
I know. We know that. Come on. We know what.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. For the record, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay. From what I know, dude, victim, innocent person, not as a child molest. I don't want to know if it's true or not. Okay, so don't shake your head, my best friend, I don't know if he was with Daniel. I don't know if he, I don't know how my best friend got there. Okay, all I know is he got told to drive the truck, and he drove the truck, and there was righteously a dude in the back, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. And next thing I know, I heard, the dude got stabbed a couple, like 30 times, 40 times, whatever the case may be. No, stabbed. Okay. And I know he's still alive, which I'm really glad to hear. But yeah, I heard that he got stabbed, and that one over there, fucking tells everybody that he did it. He tells everybody he did it. Yeah, I did it. That's why I don't know where the cops were like 20 minutes before they hit the house. He was telling everybody.
You still talking about it?
He was talking about 20 minutes before they hit the house. Like literally, like, we were outside. He told everybody that was there. But everyone just told him to shut up because he's been drinking, as you guys can tell. And then me and him went upstairs. He did what we did. I came back downstairs and I was on the phone. And yeah, all this happened. Now I'm here. So, but that's all he talks about. He doesn't talk about anything.
So just because the guy was a child molester? What comments has he made about a murder?
Nothing at all.
What have you heard about?
I just heard that he might be the one that murdered somebody, on Highway 74. Somebody found a dead body and like he was getting blamed for it. But see, the thing about Daniel, which I really learned, because I tend to like learn because I observe people. He over exaggerates a lot, and it really pisses me off. So I don't know what to believe half the time.
Okay, but what did you tell the detective when
Detective.
the detective, the Martinez, the guy that stopped you guys on Highway 38, when you guys got caught at that house? What did you tell him? You told him specifically about person. You mentioned a name.
I mentioned a name.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Rikki.
You should bring him in here. I swear to God, everything I love, I did not. I don't know. A name of who?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Okay.
The only thing I know that he talks about is the thing that happened with my best friend.
With Timothy.
Yes, and I know the victim's name, yes. I just think that's the saddest thing ever.
What's that name?
Ron. Am I right? No. They call him Painter Ron.
What? Okay, and what was he talking about? What have you heard about this murder or something that Daniel was involved in?
How was it going? I don't know. I woke up to Daniel talking to me on the phone. Daniel never talked about it. I just woke up to Daniel talking on the phone saying, what? I'm being accused of doing that?
When was this?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Mind you, we were in bed, okay, for like 6 days before this. Like, I did not leave my bed. I've been in depression mode, okay? Really, I have. And, I have paper to prove it. But I've been in depression mode, so I haven't been leaving my room. I've been, like, laying in my bed, not eating or, like, doing anything. Just laying in bed. And, I heard him, I woke up to him talking to somebody, and he's like, what, I'm being accused of that? He's like, I've been here for the past, like, 2 weeks. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, I don't know, that's just what we heard. And then, like, I heard cops were kicking in doors, like, a month ago, and I'm like, dude, cops are not kicking in doors for you right now. I doubt it, you know. And I told him, I was like, if they are, then go turn yourself in if you didn't do anything. He's like, but I did do something, and that's when I found out, really, like, how everything went down. And I told him, I was like, I can't be with you, you know.
What did he tell you? When he told you that he did do something?
He's the one that, he's the reason why my best friend's in jail. Those are his words. And I was like, really? Are you serious right now?
Did you find out how things went down?
Yeah. Things fucked up.
How did they go down?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going. Yeah, that's pretty good. But Joey wasn't the mastermind. Joey had nothing to do with it. Joey was, like I told him, in bed with me at Kelly Arnold's house on 16th Street. It isn't there anymore, but we were at Kelly's house. Tim was with us, and Tim and Daniel never met. So I don't know how, I was in the room 6, so I don't know how Daniel and Tim got together. I know Tim left with somebody. I just know he left in, like, a red car. I don't know who he left with. But he didn't even say bye to me. Like, that's a broken heart, you know? Like, to get a collect call. But I had money on my phone because of Jared. And, like, he's just, like, read the newspaper. I was like, what? And, yeah. I kind of found out more because his dad goes to court, you know, for Tim and everything. You guys know that? He has lawyers and everything. Like, so I go with his dad, talks to the lawyers and stuff. Like, it kind of breaks my heart, you know? Like, because Tim really sitting in there innocent, and Daniel's out here doing whatever the fuck he does when he wants to. Like, he gets to eat and shower and be in a comfortable bed, and, you know, you get high if he wants to.
So go back and tell me some more about that night. Where were you guys? Yeah, that night that he left. Where were you guys? You guys were
at Kelly Arnold's house
on 16th Street in Yucaipa.
Yeah, he talked to him. From my brother. You don't know him.
I talked to Kelly?
Yeah.
Go back and so how did that night all go down? Were you guys like just hanging out earlier, or just tell me about that night?
We picked up Tim, like I told you, from Beaumont after being gone for 6 days. I found him in a trailer park, which is the worst trailer park in Beaumont. And he was spun out of his mind. He had a needle in each ear, and he was playing with, like, these, like, I don't know what they were. They were just, like, going back and forth with these things. And Joey was with me, and Kelly was with me.
Well, what time was this? Like in the morning or at night, or?
Like, I don't know. We got pulled over. Like noon.
During the day?
Yeah, like
okay.
Noon, like 1 o'clock. So we got pulled over by Beaumont PD. Like, and it's weird because every Beaumont PD that was black had to be there because they saw Joey. You know what I'm talking about. So.
Whose car we driving?
We were in Kelly's truck, the black one. And it was Joseph driving, Kelly in the passenger seat, and me and Tim's little brother in the back seat. Because Tim's little brother was sick that day, and I was like, hey, if you're sick and you're home, come help me find him. You'll help me. You'll know where he's at. She was like, okay. So we went, and right when we were about to leave, I was like, or Tommy's all, there's Robert, and that's Tim's friend. And I was like, there's Tim. And I freaked out, you know. Joseph convinced him to get in the car with me. He's like, I'm waiting for dope. And I pulled out $300, and I was like, here, if this is what you want, I was like, then I'll get you dope if you come home with me, you know. I was like, seriously, just come home with me so I know you're safe. He looked like shit. And I was like, keeping up for how many days? Like, I have voicemails on my phone. Like, he admits, like, I'm on one, you know, he's high. And, like, it broke my heart. But then after that, we went back to Kelly's house. Him and Joseph got high. I went to bed. And then...
So what time is it now?
I went to bed. That was Monday. The accident happened Wednesday. Correct. September 28th. Correct. Am I right?
That sounds right, but it's been a while.
I know. I think I'm right on it. Or 29th, something like that. I think it was Monday. I'm certain. And we found him on Monday. I want to say Tuesday. I don't know. Monday or Tuesday. Whatever day of the accident, the day before the accident. Okay, so the day before the accident, we found him, they got high, and they started getting high around midnight. So after they got high, they came and lay down with me in bed, in Kelly's bed. Kelly was in the garage doing laundry and packing his stuff because he had to move. And then I remember us taking pictures and us giggling and laughing and having a really good time. And Tim was talking like craziness. I didn't understand. Like really, like you had to pick a word, first word, and like skip 7 and like, you know what I mean? Like that's how bad it was because he's up for so long. I felt so bad. And I just kept telling him, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Okay. Then I remember, so then I remember going to bed at like 3:30, like 3:34. I remember looking at the clock and I was like, I'm going to bed. You guys can stay up and tweet all night. I went to bed. I woke up and they were still laying in bed with me. Woke up around 8:30. And I remember I wanted to take a shower, but I had no clothes on. My clothes at my house. So I was trying to get a ride all day back to my house. And I was just like, whatever. And I remember Tim's dad called. We were sitting outside, me and Tim. We were sitting outside. His dad called. Him and his dad got in an argument. Told his dad, fuck you. I'm leaving. And I'm going to a party in Red Lips. So I was like, whose fucking party are you going to? You know, I want to go. And he told me I couldn't go. So I was like, whatever. So I went back to my room, or back to Kelly's room. I went to lay down and watch TV. Jaren called me. I was on with Jaren, arguing with Jaren. And then I remember Tim took off. And it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Tim took off. And he didn't even say bye to me. And I was like, okay, where's my best friend? And Joey's like, I don't know, he left. And I was like, well, who do you leave with? Do I know how to get hold of him? Did you get a number or something? And he's like, no, I didn't. I don't even care. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I remember getting a phone call from best friend's dad, 9 o'clock the next morning, asking me if I was home. And I said, no. He's like, where's Tim? I said, I don't know. I told him he left. He goes, I have a really bad feeling. I was like, what do you mean? And I started crying. I was like, is everything okay? He's like, I don't know. And then I called his dad when I got home later that night. I got home around 7:30. And then I remember my best friend called me around 9 o'clock from CDC. And he told me, yeah, he was in CDC. He took right off his charges that he had. That's when he just had the force of deadly weapons, great bodily injury charge. And then he's like, yeah, but they're going to add more. And I was like, what do you mean they're going to add more? I didn't understand. He's like, just read the newspaper. And I was like, what? And he told me, and then I got text messages and phone calls from everybody the next day saying, oh my God, is Tim okay? Blah, blah, blah. Got the newspaper and I was just in shock. I couldn't believe that my best friend, and I know, like I told you, I know Tim. He's gonna do that to somebody. I don't give a fuck who they are, what they're about. Tim isn't a skinhead. Tim isn't, you know, with Mexicans or with the black people. He's not with them, you know what I mean? He's his own person. And I just don't understand. Like, I want to know how those two met, because it's fucked up. It really is. And Daniel knows everything that's right and what's true. And if he just fucking tells you guys the truth, my life would be a lot easier. And so would Tim's. Really. Because I know, I'm not saying Tim's going to come home because I don't know if he knew about the guy, but he still crashed into a car. So he's still going to, you know, do time. He's been in there for 3 months. Like, really innocently. I mean, he could have known about the guy. But what if he didn't? We would never know.
Right.
Because I know Tim's not talking. I know Tim's not going to talk because he's scared just like I am. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's a scary thing. Fucking with these guys, it's scary. Because you guys know what they're about. I know what they're about. It's scary.
Why do you involve yourself in?
Because they get stuck and they fall in love and they're stupid. I tell them, don't fall in love.
How come everybody seems to fall in love with you?
I don't know. Believe me, I ask them all the time. So, like I told you, don't fall in love with me. What is he? Fall in love with me. And now he's hating, and I don't know, then I found out. Just today. Actually, when I was on phone. I found out that they were plotting against Daniel, trying to kill Daniel. How are they going to do that now?
Why they want to do that?
Because he's with me. Because I'm the love of Joey's life. And I'm the love of Jaren's life, too. Just don't even know. But I told all of them, I don't want nothing to do with all of them. I just want to just want my best friend home. I cry every day for him. And I feel so bad for the situation because it's not right.
Cool. I want to go back real quick and just clarify a little bit because you kind of lost me. But I think that, so you said you guys go looking for Tim and you end up finding him around noon. So you guys got pulled over by Beaumont before that?
Yeah, before we found him.
Okay, so I might be able to find a traffic stop or something.
Yeah.
Because what we're trying to do is, little stuff like that can help with the timeline.
I know.
Somebody was here, somebody was there. So
it was like literally, okay.
Because let me just check. So I want you to think about this because it sounded like, based upon the times you were kind of giving me, that maybe when you found him, was it directly the day before the crash, or maybe it was Monday and the crash was Wednesday? Because you said you're up late at night taking pictures, and then he leaves at 5 p.m., but you said you went to bed.
Can you guys get on Facebook? But see, because I deleted Tim's Facebook. Because I was told to, so I did.